Dear Jerrod toe-sucking Carmichael, we don't care.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
We don't care.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
I honestly should have worn a black V-neck for this because I have not been this pissed off about something in a long time. And Jerrod Carmichael and his Cape crusade of whiteness going on the Breakfast Club to defend his white partner, to me, was the last straw. Like, I've had enough. I've had enough. Recently, Jerrod Carmichael has had a show come out on HBO Max, whatever you want to call it, this week. And in this reality style show, we're getting a peek inside Jerrod Carmichael's life, his relationship with his siblings, his folks, his parents, and his relationship with whiteness. And he has got a lot of attention on this show. I've not been interested in watching any of it. I refuse, and I have a Max subscription, but I refuse to give him any click. So we've seen the the video of him being completely shut down by Tyler the Creator. He had confessed to Tyler the Creator that he, was attracted to him, he was interested in him, and and Tyler the Creator shut him down. And it was very awkward. The whole exchange was awkward. It was awkward for me because, one, you have two of these black, dark-skinned, queer men, gay men, let me not say that, two black, dark-skinned gay men who neither one of them are interested in black men, let alone dark-skinned black men, period. Like, it's just not happening. So I don't know what type of rules or whatever that Jerrod Carmichael was using to do this. Before he started sucking white toes and started talking about, race play and slave play. Like, it's just, I'm not surprised. I smelt it on him a couple of years ago. Somebody asked me in a comment, I don't know if it was on Patreon or YouTube, what do you think, or Twitter, what do you think about Jerrod Carmichael? And I actually ignored it. Because I knew for a fact, I was like, I smelled it. One thing about it, I can smell when a black man is not interested in black men. I can smell it. That's never been my story, but I've seen enough of them where I can tell, like, all of them have the same thing. They want to say that black folks are not a monolith just because I like anime, just because I like this, and just because I like BDSM don't mean that, I'm not black, or I wear my hair a certain way. All of y'all are the same, almost. All of y'all have the same pose y'all make, y'all take pictures. All y'all have the same hairlines. All of y'all, it's too unique. It's too unique and too specific. Y'all don't like black men. And I'm not interested in beating down black men. I just really don't care at this point. I do not care. I had a conversation with a friend the other day where I said, I just don't care. Like, I don't care about the black men who are talking about these things, which I've learned a lot from. Like, folks who are having conversations about anti-blackness and black men, like participating in race play and all that other stuff. I have no issue with them dragging them. I have no issue with that. I'm not interested in doing it. I'm just not. I'm just not interested. But I'm not gonna tell them to stop. I'm not interested. I do not care. What's specific about this is he wants to gaslight us and make it seem as though we didn't catch the joke. Like, we don't understand. I'm used to being the smartest person in the room. No, you're used to be the only black person in the room. And you enjoy being the only black man in the room so they can fetishize you. We cannot stop white folks, non-black folks from fetishizing our black bodies, but we can at least have a conversation with ourselves to not fall into the traps. Because when we are fetishized and when we are taken advantage and we do not know, we end up in bad situations. How many people have we seen that specific political donor back in California, LA, was hiring ex-workers who were black men, dark-skinned black men, and were introducing them to things that end up taking their lives. Like, 2 black gay men have died from this. So do not tell me about how these conversations are irrelevant, how they do not matter. I'm not having them, but I don't mind amplifying the folks who are talking about it. You're going on this show. HBO has like basically canceled almost all black shows. There are none of these networks are interested in telling any black stories. None of them are interested in telling any black story unless it's a specific black story. And it's a black story about a black gay man who is lost in the sauce and sit up here sucking on white toes in our face and making jokes about slaves. Girl, what in relation to his partner? Girl, let me tell you something. We not done. We know what it was. No black person will ever, and that's the one, you ate that one thing, Charlemagne.
About my boyfriend reading so much, he makes me feel insecure about my level of reading. He reads so much, it makes me feel like, oh, do I even know how to read? That joke works if I had a black boyfriend. My boyfriend were black. That joke actually works better if I had a black boyfriend.
And you the slave and the white person is the slave.
Listen, if you...
That joke does not work with a black person. You can't make a slave joke to a black person and that type of... Because both of the black folks realize that they do not have power, period. The joke was power dynamics. Power, period. The master versus the slave. Power dynamics, period. So you can't have that conversation with a black person. That's why y'all have this specific language of jokes that y'all tell that gets y'all white audiences. It doesn't surprise me at all. All of y'all tell the same jokes. Them same folks who was out here writing a book about black lingo and black AV or whatever. Girl, all of y'all have a specific demographic. You black folks in Hollywood, you black gays in Hollywood, y'all work every fiber in my being because y'all love being the token blacks. And I'm actually in the middle of working on this review and dissection of American Society of the Magical Negro movie that came out. Baby, get ready for it because it's coming sometime this month because I put my foot in that one. I cannot wait till this person is done editing it and putting it together so I can show y'all what is going on in Black Hollywood. Like, why are all these specific black folks who are in better positions than the other black folks, all of them have white partners, all of them. I'm not surprised Jerrod Carmichael, you gonna say all the Klan folks and da-da-da. Girl, you not mad at the Klan, you mad at Loving v. Virginia possibly being repealed. Y'all enjoy having white partners because it gives you all more capital. It gives you capital to be able to move in the industry. You are a safe black. You are a safe black. And you're so safe that you don't see any issue with making a slave race play joke. And then you get on one of the blackest shows, even though they're ignorant, The Breakfast Club, and try to hold a black man accountable for your joke in defense of your white man. Girl, you better go tap dance your ass somewhere else with that shit. Put on your top hat and continue to dance on Max because stop playing in our face. Stop playing in our face. The joke did not land. We're not stupid. Y'all seem to think that all black folks do is look at black folks who are in relationship with white people and talk about it. Girl, y'all bring this mess to us. Y'all bring this mess to us, and then when we talk about it, because that's the purpose of you putting the show. You said you was being authentic. You said you wanted to tell an authentic reality show. We watched it. Some of us watched it, and they posted online, and now we're having a conversation about it. You don't like it because you wasn't intending for us to get it, because you're so lost in this sauce that you don't even realize what you are doing. That's how lost you are. Because you think that's okay. Oh, y'all not getting, you're so used to being around white people that white people are not holding you accountable for doing anything like that. They have no issues laughing at stuff like that. But doing it around a black person, girl, what is you doing? Honey, what is this, honey? What's going on? There are certain jokes that you can say around them that's going to get a reaction. They're going to laugh. And some jokes you're going to tell around us, it's like, girl, this ain't funny. And it's not about us watching Friday and watching The Color Purple and this specific access to black culture and all that other stuff. It's about us understanding the power dynamics. We're not making no slave play jokes. We're not making no slave jokes like that. We're not. We'll do other ones, but we're not doing and that type of what's name with that white partner. Like, two black folks can have a conversation differently about that. But what the joke was the power dynamic with the slave versus the master. And you think we are too stupid to get it. Y'all are the same ones to get the $200 million to tell a story about magical Negro tropes and not understand the satire yourselves. Y'all think that black folks don't get it or y'all don't understand it, like y'all don't get satire. I get satire. There are black folks who watch Friends and Living Single. There are some black folks like myself who watch Will and Grace. I get satire. I understand it. I've watched a lot of shows with satire. Yours was not satire for the black gays. It was for the white gays. And there is no black gays. There's only the white gays. That's the audience that you were trying to make the joke for, because that makes them feel comfortable. Y'all are not making white folks feel uncomfortable at y'all comedy shows. Y'all are shoe shining for them. Because if you were making white people uncomfortable about some of the conversation, they would get up and leave. They've done it before. Matter of fact, they told you not to be even in this space. They're not interested in those stories. And those jokes do not work in 2024. They might have worked back in 2017, 2018, during the blackish era, the dear white people era, when they was thinking they was doing something, shaking up stuff, when they was really watering it down for white networks to be able to put it out. Girl, we are not moved. You're not funny. You're not entertaining. And the little bit of dignity that you did have went right out the window when you went out on this show and defended this white boyfriend. Your white boyfriend should have been up here talking about it. Y'all out here doing all the work for the master. Woo! No wonder the slave jokes are funny, because you are still a slave doing work for your white master. I don't know what to tell you. I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. Your relationship is a joke. You cannot remove race from a relationship. It is what it is. I'm not going to tell you that you can't date or be in a relationship with a white person. Even if I do, is it going to stop anything? Like, what is it going? What power do I have as a black person to talk about? Like, y'all ain't stopping it. Y'all ain't stopping it, no matter how many Twitter spaces it is, how many YouTube videos, TikTok videos, or whatever. Y'all still doing it? Like, look at our favorite content creators. Like, look at them once they realize that, oh, I can make more money being the slave. Let me continue to play into this BBC fetish. And at this point, is it even survival? Because there are actual ex-workers who are out here trying to survive. Actually trying to survive. They're not out here living a luxury lifestyle. They're trying to have somewhere to sleep tomorrow and the day after that. So there's two things going on. Y'all are being glorified in this relationship that y'all have with being perceived to be rich, that y'all continuously play into these fetishes and these tropes and all this other stuff. And then when something happens to y'all, y'all want to come and knock on our door. Like it's Three's Company and ask us, girl, can we help you? No, we cannot. We've already told y'all. Like, we've already told y'all, what's going on? BBC jokes don't work with black folks. It don't. Maybe the black folks that you hanging around with don't like blackness as much as you. Y'all in the same boat. Maybe that's why the black friends that you had don't have no issue with it, because they the same tap dancer, Jiminy Cricket, WB Frog folks as well. And it's hilarious, me dragging LA and Hollywood with this LA hat on. You can't make, but Lisa's black. Black, question mark, black TM. But I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Seeing how mad Jerrod Carmichael was talking to Charlemagne and saying, well, we cool, like, what's going on, like, we cool, and how you did that, and you took it out of context you had. It was a race play joke. You asked, have y'all ever did slave play? Have y'all ever did slave? If the producers or any of them folks knew better, they would have never allowed that to come out of the edit. They would have never let that leave production, period. It would have stayed there. But these folks have no idea. They don't see anything wrong with it. But I tell you what, if it was something that was very offensive to white folks, they would have never made it. It would have never even been picked up. He would have never been picked up. So it's just, who gets to tell the joke? What is the joke about? My question is, when we make these jokes, who does the joke benefit? What is the joke? Black folks are the joke. Meaning we're not taken serious. Meaning jokes like that are okay to make. But white folks ain't gonna let us make no jokes, you know, to that type of, there'll be whole campaigns. There's a whole campaign dragging American Society of Magical Negro right now because calling it woke. That movie was nowhere near woke. That movie was so sleep, child. It was, nothing about that movie was woke. Absolutely nothing about that movie. That movie was asleep, and they put me asleep watching it. I cannot wait till y'all see my review on it and my dissection on it and the magical trope. Woo, I can't wait. But yes, like, I'm glad this is 2024, because had this been 7 years ago and I had talked about this, probably I would have lost my channel. I would have. I'm just really tired of men like Jerrod Carmichael, like, who seem to think that it's just a coincidence that you have a white partner. It's not a coincidence that you're with a white person. You think jokes like that are funny, and how you perceive black folks. All of it's playing. That's how you end up with a white partner, because no black, like, we cannot date y'all because y'all don't see us and y'all don't want to see us. And I honestly do not want to date any black man like y'all ever, to be honest. If I have to be single for the rest of my life, I would rather be single and in my hands and clap than talk to a black man who thinks like this. I refuse to do it. Period. Jerrod Carmichael, we do not care. You made a joke, it was not funny. You like sucking white toes, you got embarrassed. You put this out here, and now we're having a conversation, and now we see you for what you are, and I hope none of us ever support you. I think what's going to happen is, as you slowly alienate your black audience, once these white people are done dissecting and doing everything and laughing at you, they're gonna move on to the next happy Negro, and then you'll be left for dust.